Watching both episodes of Black Mirror's USS Callister makes me want director Toby Haynes' Star Trek Origin movie even more. An untitled Star Trek Origin prequel movie set decades before J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 2009 was reported in January 2024. A few months later, Paramount Studios announced the Star Trek prequel film at CinemaCon, followed by Simon Kinberg being brought on as a producer along with J.J. Abrams. Meanwhile, Haynes delivered a sequel to USS Callister, which was part of Black Mirror Season 4 in 2017. USS Callister and its sequel, Black Mirror Season 7's USS Callister Into Infinity, are ingenious and insightful spoofs of Star Trek. Robert Daly, Jesse Plemons, the designer of the immersive open-world video game, Infinity, secretly creates virtual sentient clones of his co-workers and places them in his own private video game based on Space Fleet, an old TV show. Daly's crew aboard the USS Callister turns the tables on their twisted abusers and escapes from his virtual prison. USS Callister Into Infinity details Nanette Cole, Kristen Milioti, and her USS Callister crew trying to survive in the greater world of Infinity. Black Mirror's USS Callister proves director Toby Haynes is right for Star Trek. Haynes has directed 2 USS Callister episodes. Black Mirror's USS Callister cleverly spoofs the aesthetics and style of Star Trek, the original series, the basis for Robert Daly's obsession, Space Fleet. From the color-coded uniforms, handheld communicators, and revealing miniskirts and go-go boots Nanette Cole and other women aboard the USS Callister are forced by Daly to wear, director Toby Haynes captures classic Star Trek's visual style with a keen eye. However, USS Callister reveals itself to be a much darker and disturbing story with a Star Trek skin. USS Callister deals with toxic masculinity, issues of identity theft, and abuse. Robert Daly is a twisted soul who tortures the virtual versions of his co-workers because he's ignored by them and belittled by his partner, Callister Incorporated CEO, James Walton, Jimmy Simpson. Toby Haynes expertly helms the tonal shifts between the grounded real world and Daly's primary-colored recreation of his favorite TV series. Haynes also effortlessly directs an ensemble cast and handles character drama and sci-fi action with equal aplomb. Both of Black Mirror's USS Callister episodes are proof that Toby Haynes is ideal as a Star Trek movie director. Haynes can deliver the breakneck pace and eye-popping visuals of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, which has been carried forward by Star Trek on Paramount Plus' live-action TV series. Haynes is also adept at creating believable characters with depth and complexity. Like the best of Star Trek, Haynes' USS Callister saga is chock-full of wry humor and gripping drama. Toby Haynes has the necessary talent and vision to bring a classic Star Trek movie to the big screen. What's happening with Toby Haynes' Star Trek Origin movie? There have been no new updates about Haynes' Star Trek prequel. Star Trek Enterprise Space Dock. Toby Haynes' untitled Star Trek Origin movie was reported in January 2024 and formally announced by Paramount Pictures as part of its 2026 theatrical slate a few months later. In November 2024, it was reported that Seth Grahame-Smith's screenplay was nearing a green light, and production could commence in 2025. Since then, however, there have been no new announcements or developments about Haynes' untitled Star Trek prequel. Paramount Pictures' 2025 CinemaCon presentation in April had no mention of Toby Haynes' untitled Star Trek Origin movie. While this doesn't mean the project isn't still in development, there has been no word of casting or movement toward a new Star Trek movie going into production. The possibility remains that Haynes' Star Trek prequel could begin filming in 2025 and make it into theaters in time to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Star Trek in 2026, but it's concerning how Paramount has gone silent about the untitled Star Trek Origin movie's status. Star Trek's next movie should cast Black Mirror's Kristen Milioti. Milioti is perfect as a Star Trek hero or villain. If Toby Haynes' Star Trek Origin prequel movie goes into production, the director should reunite with USS Callister's lead, Kristen Milioti. Although Jesse Plemons' Robert Daly was ostensibly the main character in Black Mirror's original USS Callister, Daly was truly the villain, and Milioti's Nanette Cole emerged as the saga's true protagonist. In USS Callister Into Infinity, Milioti's virtual Nanette takes command as the USS Callister's captain, and she deftly balances Nanette's courage, uncertainty, and ingenuity in the video game and the real world. While Kristen Milioti would be a splendid Star Trek heroine, she could also play a diabolical Star Trek villain. Milioti was nominated for a Golden Globe and won a Critics' Choice Award for her terrifying turn as Sophia Falcone in The Penguin. Female main villains in Star Trek movies are rare, and Milioti could believably play a threat to the entire galaxy for Toby Haynes' Starfleet prequel heroes to face. It's clear from Black Mirror's USS Callister double shot that Toby Haynes' Star Trek Origin movie would work wonders, and it would get an even greater boost by Haynes collaborating with Kristen Milioti once again.